Okay, I have Chris Borda on the phone, and we were just laughing because we have actually been on the phone a lot lately, and times call for that. And it's been so much fun to work so closely with so many of our coaching members and people like Chris who've been in our group for years, And so I want to introduce you guys to Chris and his business, and he's been in business for as long as we have. Let's get to know Chris a little bit. So, Chris, tell me a little bit about you, your business, and really, what you've built. I know you have such a great place there. Tell us a little bit about it.
Let's see. I've been in business about 22 years. Name of my business is Yes Fitness. I'm in Burlington, Connecticut, 22 years. And back you go through struggles all through those years, ups and downs. And back in 2012, the fall of 2012, my business was on a respirator. And I joined Results Fitness University. And it was not long after that my business was healthy enough and growing again that I could take it off the respirator and keep moving forward. So,
okay, back up. You were just telling me a little bit about, your whole story. So when you first opened and some of the different crises, because this isn't your first crisis in business. This isn't the first time you've been through, a crisis. So tell us a little bit about some of the different, struggles and crises you've been through before you even met us.
In way back in 98, when I started my business, everything is great in the beginning. You every year you're getting double-digit growth, and all of a sudden, 2001, 9/11 hits. 9/11 to me was, all right, from a business standpoint, like a stream. Okay, I could kind of maybe find some stones to get to the other side, or get in and actually wade across the stream. So it was a bump in the road for sure, but it was not a huge challenge. And then, in 2008, it was the recession, and recession was a little bit bigger, lasted a little bit longer. It's a little bit bigger stream. So maybe you could jump in and swim across that, or you see a log and you can walk over that with a little bit of balance and you get to the other side. But now this COVID-19 is a full-blown river. I mean, it is a river. And if you would try to jump in and swim across this by yourself, you would be taken away and over the waterfall. And Results Fitness, what they have done for me is they've really actually built a bridge for me in different stages, building a foundation, moving along, building that road right across to the point where now I feel confident that when this is over, I'm going to come out stronger than I did when this happened. And that's really what Results Fitness has done for me. They've helped me build the bridge from COVID-19 to when it's over.
That's pretty awesome. And we always say we won't take the credit because we won't take the blame, because you have been doing the work, and I think, as we did head into this, all of us were at the mastermind together, and we were all, already innovating, strategizing, figuring out solutions to what was quickly, escalating as we were all, sharing ideas. And part of what the mastermind is as a group, we share ideas and we support each other. And so as this was escalating, we all kind of pulled closer together and started to really figure out, okay, we got to get through this together. And, so as we headed into that next week, and, businesses were getting, a lot of us, our gyms were getting shut down. I think you were a little bit later than some of us, but we were on that Monday. And then, a couple of days, basically by the end of the week, we were all pretty much shut down. Mm-hmm. And so what was going through your mind? As we did, as this was, we realized, okay, this is the first time, like you said, there's been crisis, but never a crisis that's actually shut our businesses down, right? We've never had the government say, close your doors and stop servicing your clients. That was a moment for, especially being in business for 22 years, like you have. What went through your mind? What were you thinking that week?
I've gone through all kinds of stuff, and even through remodels, I didn't shut my business down. I still service my clients, and we're at the mastermind, and we're getting all kinds of different information, and we're texting back and forth, and we're talking amongst each other. And, next thing you know, we're getting back to business Monday, and Monday afternoon we're closed. So there's just so
you guys were closed Monday. Okay.
Yeah. Fear.
Yeah.
You're not even stressed out yet because it's just so much what do we do next? And, you guys helped us tremendously because, we got us online right away. We got our streaming our classes, emailing classes, all that kind of stuff. You helped us out by getting us on the bridge, which is that just world-class app. So we can, service our clients at home with customized programs, not some cookie cutter stuff out there, customized programs. So all that stuff right in the beginning that Results Fitness did for us was fantastic. And and another little part of it throughout the whole thing has been mindset. It's tough. We've all admitted that it's tough, but none of us are just crawling into a corner and just hunkering down. We've kept our mindset going forward, deal with the problems, control what you can control, and let's move forward. And that the mindset probably is one of the most important things that's been conveyed, not just by you and Alan, but by the whole group. The whole group has just been
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to, call you out, but of our people in our group, we have a few that are more tech challenged. I'll just say, and
Oh yeah.
so maybe or maybe not. Chris might be one of our more tech. As we all, I mean, we actually started doing Zoom calls probably a couple years ago. It's been like 3 or 4 years we've had you guys on
Yep.
Zoom calls.
Mm-hmm.
Alan and I had already made that transition, and we were already looking at technology, and like you said, we had already done the research, and we had already figured out kind of where we were going with technology in our business. And so it's, I applaud you because I know, like the technology piece of it. And I know we have coaches on our team too, who are just like, I don't get this technology stuff. And so it's been, it's like, you can do it. Like you did it, and even for those who are tech challenged, there's, don't like, I think, and I always think, it is a mindset thing, because as you start to get more frustrated with technology, then you aren't going to figure it out. And it's never, it's like a cycle. And so, you've done okay. So do you have any advice for any of those people that are tech challenged through this whole thing? Because, maybe they haven't quite grasped it yet. Maybe they have been avoiding it, and it's really something you can't avoid at this point.
This has thrusted us and myself personally into technology, a place that I'm not really comfortable with at all. Between Zoom, Facebook posting, the Bridge app, redoing my website on Kajabi, now creating my own course, videotaping things, getting lights set up, microphones. It is super scary, but you just, like anything else, it's almost like when you open your garage door and it needs to be cleaned out. And you just like, I don't want to do this. You have to do it. You just have to start somewhere, get advice, talk to people. Everyone in the group that is tech savvy has helped me out tremendously. And just take one step forward. And if you hit a problem, get that message up onto Facebook, give somebody a call. Everything is fixed. I'm really surprised at how well I've come along with the technology of it. And it's an effort like anything else. You got to learn it. And in today's world, you got to do it, or you're going to be left way behind.
And your clients too, because your demographic is,
Mm-hmm.
it's younger every second is, really what YES stands for.
Right.
And so it's about servicing a clientele that are the higher risk, 60 plus, maybe technology hasn't been a part of their daily life.
Mm-hmm.
How was that transition for you to get them all on the bridge and on, some of these apps and technology and Zoom calls? Did they resist? Did you have to was that part of our coaching, was to get them also to
like some people just grasped it right away and ran with it. Other people, we've obviously had to take a little bit slower steps with them, but they've gotten accustomed to the bridge now. They know and understand how it works. They love the fact that they know an exercise, they can press on that and they can see the exercise to do. They love the fact that, it's tailored to them. That we've had the same issue as far as getting people just on Facebook and watching the videos on Facebook. So that was a challenge. Next challenge was Zoom calls. There's a challenge there. You just work through it. And most people, they're scared of it in the beginning, but then once they realize how simple it really is, they've been going with it, been running. They're loving it. They're loving the Zoom classes online. They just
That's
love
awesome. Well, and it's like it's so cool you're showing up for them. They realize that it's as normal as it can be right now. So to be able to show up for them. So as a leader through this, is there anything about yourself? You've led your business for 22 years. You've led your business through other crises, through, like you said, we've been with you, and even the time that we've coached you, there's been ups and downs and periods of time in your business where, you had to climb back out and, really step up as a leader and persevere. As you've gone through this the last 7 weeks, what have you found out about yourself as a leader?
I'd say as a leader that I've gotten better in the last 7 weeks of showing compassion, but still being able to be tough when I need to be tough, making those decisions with the clients that can't afford it or don't want to continue with us, and getting away from that emotional attachment you might have and say, you know what, this is a business and I still really need to run my business. Same thing with my coaches. Just, I'm going to do the best I can to take care of you, but no, you guys need to step up. That's kind of really what I've always lacked a little bit as a leader, just being able to make really tough decisions in really tough times, and knowing the decision that I make may affect how someone feels about me, but I need to do it, and I need to do that to get through this situation and come out on the other side.
And that's part of leadership, is making tough decisions, especially in tough times. And I've heard said a lot, it's easy to run a successful business when times are good.
Yeah.
Like anybody can do that.
Mhm.
So, but to run a successful business when times are tough, I mean,
Mhm.
that takes a true leader. And
Yeah.
because some of the things we do aren't going to be the popular decisions, right? They aren't going
Right.
to be the popular choices, but they're going to be what's going to keep us alive and
Mhm.
healthy. And we have to make decisions that are going to keep the business moving forward
Right.
to be able to support our clients and be able to support our team. So congratulations on that, and just really being able to make those tough decisions. What would you say, so now so you don't know when you're going to be opening yet?
No.
Yeah, and I think you're probably in the same boat as us, where it's kind
Yeah.
of like an unknown.
Right.
But as we all continue to, it's not like we're just going to sit here and do nothing, right? So as we start to look ahead at, when that green light does come on, when we do get to start to, dimmer switch our business back on. And I think it is going to be a bit of a dimmer switch of,
It will be.
of slowly reopening and figuring out our new normal. What do you see for the future? I mean, as far as opportunities, as far as our industry, as far as, I mean, you've been in this industry a long time.
Right.
There's a lot of changes that are coming out of this. What do you see, as we come out of this?
I think one of the main things that I see will come out of this will be the other opportunities outside of the brick and mortar. Take your business outside of just getting people in, coaching them, and bringing them out. The whole online thing is going to change now. There's going to be more and more people that have done it, more and more people that are looking for real customized expertise, not cookie cutter stuff. And certainly in my demographic, 40 plus, I see that as a great opportunity. You guys have helped me, get ready to roll out my first product. My first course on strength training for longevity. It's a little bit different than just going to a gym and knowing what to do. Getting on machines. There's a lot to it, and I'm ready to do that. And I see that as a huge opportunity for me down the road to take what I've developed in my brand and the expertise that I've gained over the years and the systems that I've learned from Results Fitness, and to be able to put that all into a course and offer it to worldwide, train anyone that wants to be trained.
And that's something you've, over this crisis, like the saying of do not waste a good crisis. You have not wasted a good
Yeah.
crisis. You have been like on it, and you have created a whole nother business, you really have. And so for some of those people that maybe haven't started to use this time, what's your advice for them, as far as, because you've been taking action, you've been finding new opportunities, you've been, so when the dust settles, and when, we do start to reopen, you have a whole nother business that you've been building in the meantime, where other people were watching Netflix, and you've built a whole nother business. You've been shooting videos, you've created a whole online business. And so what advice do you have for those people that are like, the couch looks pretty good, I don't know, I'll just wait till this blows
It's
over?
funny because I have once a week I have a little happy hour with my clients, and they're trying to get me to binge watch some stuff, and I just cannot do it. I can't do it. I think it really goes back to, you have to go back to your why. What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? That's the first thing you need to do. And if from there, you need to set your plan and then reverse engineer that. And every single day, the day before, this is what I do. The day before, I plan what my day is the next day. I know what I need to accomplish down the road and what I need to do for that week, what I need to do for that day. And the day before, just put that plan in place. And I know that you will feel better. I know you'll feel better if you just start to do something. Just try to accomplish one thing at a time. Keep it small. and build on that, and you will feel better and you'll get something done. And when it's all done, you're going to be like proud of what you did. So get your butt up off that couch and do something. Because if not, when this thing is over, you may not have a business. You may not have a business. So you better be doing something now, because it's going to be different when we open those doors. We all know it's going to be different. It's going to be a trickle effect, and eventually people are going to want to stop paying you. That is if you even have electronic fund transfer in place. I mean, the systems that were built in the last 7 or 8 years of Results Fitness is why I'm still sitting here, and why when this is over, I feel confident that my business is going to be better. It's all that groundwork. So you need to do the groundwork now for what's going to happen when this is over. Again, if you wait to do it once you open again, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
Good advice.
Shoes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because all of the gym owners in our coaching group, and they're moving quickly during this and getting a ton of stuff done. And so if you're not running alongside, keeping pace, you're going to get left behind, and you may not make it to the finish line.
I think one of the best things that happened was, what you guys did for us was you kept us focused. When it all happened, our most important thing was, hey, get focused on your clients. Let's keep our clients. Let's take care of our clients. And then we built from that. Certainly through this whole thing, there's been a financial aspect of it, of the loans and making sure you're profitable and things like that. But clients were first. And then from there, you got us focused on, what do we need to do? How do we start to get more clients? And then how do we start to get more clients? What are we going to do? What are the doors going to look like when we're open? We're ready when this happens. And we might not open until June, but I already know what's in place for when that happens. We're already ahead of that step. And that's because of you guys. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Well, again, thank you. Thank you for running alongside us. And I know you've said, if you want to get something done, just tell Rachel. She'll make sure she holds you accountable.
Tell Rachel. Well, you better get it done.
So it's been fun to work with you, and just and see you. I mean, there's nothing more fun as a coach than to work with business owners who are motivated and who are taking action. And so for Alan and I as coaches, to be able to work closely with you guys through this, and yeah, of course there is some extra motivation, when you got the fire under your ass, so to speak. It's like we're like, hey, okay, they're listening now, right? Like, it's time to go. And so it's been fun to be able to work closely, and you guys have been ready for it. You guys were up for it. And like you said, all of you had put everything in place heading into this to have a strong business. And so much of that you couldn't do right then. You couldn't all of a sudden create a strong community of people and have the communication you have with your clients, and have the EFT in place, and have the commitments in place from your clients, and all of that you had already done. You'd already done the hard work. So any last advice for any of those fitness business owners who are in the fight with us?
Wow, the business owners, I can tell you this, and this is, I'm so grateful 2012 that you guys accepted my application and brought me on board, because without it, I would not be sitting here with you right now. And just like, Michael Jordan needed a coach, right? Big old stuff about Michael Jordan right now. He had coaches, and people come to us for fitness as a coach. You need a business coach. You need someone to guide you through this. You cannot do this alone. You might survive this, but boy, you're going to struggle. Results Fitness University is the best business decision I ever made. And I'm so grateful that they took me on board. Couldn't be happier.
Thank you, Chris. And Chris is actually our Business Owner of the Year this year too. I didn't actually add that to your introduction. So thank you. Thank you for sharing. I know this is going to help inspire some of the fitness business owners out there who may be, struggling, maybe looking for the log, maybe looking for the bridge to get them from drowning to get to the other side. And so I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for letting me share. I really appreciate it.